Okay, we're back on YouTube. This is episode 91, our second go at it.
You do realise
because
that
Colin broke the first one.
we're mid-recording the audio podcast, which is more important than the video version. You fool! You fool!
Yeah, well,
Anyway, so Daredevil is cool, and if you haven't watched it on Netflix yet, definitely check it out. It's I would say even if you're not a fan of the comic book, genre of films, I think it's still standalone good because I think it's more of a crime series rather than a superhero.
Yeah, it is actually.
I think it's really cool.
You don't need to be, and you don't need to know comics as well. Like they do a fairly good job of just kind of immersing you in it.
Yeah, like have you noticed like everything takes place either at night or when it's raining and really grey? There's never any sun.
It is very rainy in Hell's Kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought at the beginning I didn't know Hell's Kitchen was a place in New York. I thought it was like they were referring to the Gordon Ramsay thing, and I was like, Gordon Ramsay's gonna walk out any second and go, this is fucking shit.
This chicken is so underdone, it's clucking and laying eggs.
Oh my God. Right, I'm gonna let Chris start with the 3DS news, and whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna find the best Gordon Ramsay quotes. Here we go.
So there's 4 stories this week for Nintendo.
Great.
The biggest and coolest one I'm going to save till last. The first bit of news is the first time, Colin,
yes.
4 years, right? 4 years, Nintendo managed to record a profit. Hooray!
Oh, yay!
Step 1, don't make any money. Step 2, don't make any money. Step 3, question mark, question mark, question mark. Step 4, profit. It's good. They're saying that it's because of the new Pokemon game that came out, obviously at the end of last year. Also, Smash Bros. And Mario Kart both turning out very well, and obviously with DLC doing quite well for them as well. Mario Kart 8 has sold 5.11 million copies since it came out last year. And did you know apparently half of all people who own a Wii U have got a copy of Mario Kart?
Well, yeah, I'd say that a lot of people's reason for buying a Wii U was Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's bonkers. It's that's an incredible attach rate, like 50%. And they're also saying that Super Smash Bros. On 3DS has sold 6.75 million copies. The Wii U version sold 3.65 million. The Pokemon games are almost at 10 million between them. The Wii U sold 9.54 million consoles worldwide. Like, it's really good sales figures. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good that it's profiting, and it's exciting. And they're saying that they're hoping to sell apparently another more 3.4 million more Wii U's and 7.6 million more 3DSs within the next year. So that's what their kind of expectations, and that's partly because there's a new Fire Emblem game coming out, but also games like Yoshi's Woolly World, Mario Maker, and Splatoon, and then there's also bits of DLC and stuff like that to come.
Sorry,
so did
you say Yoshi's Woolly World?
Yoshi's Woolly.
Nice. That's what
Yoshi's Woolly World. It's in like wool, like jumpers, not willy, like penis.
Cool. So why have they made so much money this year?
You would play Yoshi's Woolly World though, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I'll play with this Woolly. So why has it made money this year rather than all the other years?
Well, I guess it's Mario Kart and Smash and Pokemon. Like, if that's 3 pretty heavy hitters they've had.
Yeah, but I mean, the Wii U was selling so badly. Has it finally picked up? Is it finally up there with the big boys?
Well, it looks that way, doesn't it? Like, even though the sales aren't incredible, like they're nothing compared to the PS4 or whatever, they're still actually like they're selling games for it, which I guess is where they're making their money. Selling Smash Bros for it, selling Mario Kart, people buying the DLC as well. Yeah, I think it's good. Like it's positive to see, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
Go on, what have you found?
I'm sorry, I can't help it. These are great.
Either Gordon Ramsay or you're on like meme sites or whatever. Oh, I'm giving my maymays. What would awkward penguins say about them?
I can't do it. Well, I'm going to read you a few of these Gordon Ramsay memes and maymays. Right, so let's start this one, shall we? The chicken you cooked is so raw, it's trying to cross the road. That's not that good. We've got some better ones here.
Okay.
That's one that really made me laugh. Right. Here we go. The pork is so raw, it's still singing Hakuna Matata.
Pretty good.
Oh, let's do 2 more, and then I'll be done. Oh, there was another really good one. Oh, here we go. That salad is so badly dressed it wouldn't even shock Lady Gaga. Brilliant. Right. Right. Let's get one more. Here we go. You put so much. You put so much.
Come on, spit it out.
You put so much ginger in this. It's a Weasley. Oh my god! This water is burnt.
So,
last
in
one.
conclusion,
You sent out so much smoke. Red Indians came to make peace. Oh, I can't do it, Chris. Oh,
I know.
Oh, that was
So
good.
to surmise, Nintendo making money, which is good. Bank. Colin, over to you, pal.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because you didn't fucking cook it. Okay, right, I'm done. I'm done. Right, I've got that out of my system.
Goodo.
Whew. Right, so not much in the way of PlayStation Vita news this week. It's been quite quiet on the handheld Vita news front. But two bits of news which involve brand new games to everyone's favourite handheld. I wanted to quickly both mention these. The first one is quite a big deal. A lot of people have been looking forward to this. We mentioned this last week because it looked like Sony, PlayStation, and Disney had forgotten to mention it and completely forgot it was coming out to Vita. That is, of course, Disney Infinity 2.0, which is now available in the US for your PlayStation Vita. So very exciting. There's been no real press release on a release date for the UK.
We spoke about this last week, didn't we? Because it was they did that big article about number 3, and then we're like, didn't mention number 2. I remember.
Well,
I was listening.
Apparently, for this, they a blog post did appear on the US PlayStation blog, but it seemed like quite a rushed one. Like it was, this article came up the day of release, so it's sort of and it was quite a short one. But I mean, it does look pretty cool. And I've watched some gameplay video of this. As I said, it's out in the US now. It looks like it's coming to the UK on the 22nd of May, so we've still got a bit of time yet. I don't think. Oh, it's coming out in Canada next week, and I don't think there's any news on a full Europe release date. But anyway, so Disney Infinity 2.0 is, you know what it is. It's where you collect the little Disney figurines, you put them on this little weird pad, and then they appear in game. You can play lots of mini games with your favorite Disney characters. I was looking in my local game shop recently, looking at all the Disney figures that are available. There's so many available now.
Yeah, and they cover everything, don't they? Because they've got, like, you know, Disney film characters from kind of like Beauty and the Beast and all that stuff. But then there's also like all the Marvel people, but then there's also all the kind of like, have I seen some Tim Burton ones? Is that right? Like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't surprise me. That is owned by Disney.
Like Pixar as well, I've seen.
Yeah, that's
cool.
The beauty. That's the beauty of this being, you know, created by Disney, because Disney have access to all these amazing characters from all these fantastic films. Like I saw, they've already got Elsa and Anna from Frozen in there. They've got characters.
You know, I've still not seen Frozen.
You've still not seen Frozen? You ain't seen Bad Boys 2? What?
You keep going on about how I've not seen Frozen. Just let it go.
You do not have the right to use that joke, young man. Why don't you watch Frozen? Are you one of those guys who's like, I'm too mature for Frozen?
No, Colin, that's not what happened. I was going to watch it with my girlfriend, and then we broke up. So now I haven't really been able to watch it since. The truth.
Let's escalate quickly. Right, I think to diffuse the situation, we need to read some more Gordon Ramsay. Right, so what do we have here? Here we go. This salad is so fresh, it had to live with its auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I like that one. Hell, that's not bad.
Get back to doing the news, Colin. You know.
Right, last one. This is the best one. I mean, this works on 2 levels. Now explain why once it's done. This dish is so chewy. Han Solo is trying to get it on the Millennium Falcon. The reference being, it's Star Wars, and you've never seen Star Wars.
I have seen Star Wars. It's Frozen I've not seen, you massive twat.
Right, let's do one more then, because you're just shitting on my parade. Right, here we go. This is a good one. The wiener you cooked is so raw, doctors are trying to circumcise it. That one's not very fun. Anyway, What were we saying? Oh yes, we're talking about
We
Chris's
were doing about Disney Infinity.
We were talking about Chris's pathetic love life, and I'm really joking that way. Right, so right.
Ow! My keyboard just fell on my foot.
Is that the sound of a broken heart? Oh.
Motherfucker. Excuse my French.
Oh, we've reached the 2-year anniversary, and it's all falling apart now. Right, so Disney Infinity 2.0 is now out on PlayStation Vita in the US. And if you want to buy the bundle, which I think is exclusive to GameStop in America, so you can't get it anywhere else, you can just get it through GameStop. And this is for 60 of your US dollars, that's $59.99. You get the exclusive black-suited Spider-Man little character. You get 2 toy box game discs, a web code card, a USB rechargeable cable, and also a Vita Bluetooth wireless base. Now, I brought this up before on the podcast. I was wondering how they were going to get Disney Infinity to work on the Vita, because obviously you need that little pad. How it's going to work is through Bluetooth, which is really, really cool. I mean,
Bluetooth.
Yeah, do you remember that? Remember that when that was a thing back in 2005? Do you remember that?
Just Bluetooth me your high scores on Snake 2.
Anyway, so Bluetooth is how you do that, and it's really cool. I've watched a video, some unboxing of it. The little figurine, it's really cool. And Disney Infinity is something I'll definitely, look into in the future, because this is really the future of kids and gaming, Chris. You collect things, but you're also playing video games at the same time. Like collecting these figurines.
That's
so cool.
thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like the Amiibos, whatever they're called for Disney. Amiibos, so everyone's doing it. But the Disney ones are so cool. I really love them. And this Spider-Man one is awesome. And it's good to see that the PlayStation Vita is getting an exclusive character, which is nice. And I've watched some gameplay of it. It looks really fun. There is some frame rate issues, which is an all too common occurrence now on Vita ports, unfortunately. But it's not terrible. It's not like game ending like some of the Borderlands frame rate issues. But it looks really fun, and I don't know, I might check it out at some point. Check it out at some point.
Check it out.
So yeah, there you go. Disney Infinity is here, and if you're in the US, if you're one of our beloved US listeners, let us know what you think of Disney Infinity. If you played it, would love to hear your thoughts. Over to Chris.
I wonder how many of our listeners are like listening to this being like, oh man, I've really got to go and pick up Disney Infinity. Like it's not a game that would suit. I don't know if we've got a lot of fans in. Not that we have fans, we have friends, and we appreciate you. I don't know if we've got a lot of people in common with the Disney Infinity player base.
I don't know. Like you'd think that obviously it is majority. You know what I'm trying to say. It's aimed at kids basically, but I think this could appeal to older audiences as well, especially like the early 20s, older teens. Because it's films that they loved from their childhood. Disney
that's true.
Timeless classics. Don't you want to have a Sully from Monsters, Inc. little figurine? Of course you do.
That is true. I respect that.
Let me guess, you've never seen Monsters, Inc. either?
Oh, don't be an idiot. I've seen Monsters University.
Wow, you are a trooper, my friend. Right, so what should you do your next one?
Hold up.
Hi.
Did you not like Monsters University?
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. No, it wasn't the best Pixar film I've ever seen, but it was a good sequel to a fantastic film.
I think you'll find it was a prequel, Colin.
It was a good prequel to a fantastic film.
I think you'll find it was an okay film. Anyway, so here's another thing which we can dig our teeth into. You know how Nintendo are teaming up with Dina, who are the Japanese smartphone game developing people?
Of course, I'm familiar.
Well, Nintendo, who said they're not. They're going to be at E3 doing Nintendo Direct, but they're not going to be talking about smartphone games. This event is, quote, for dedicated gaming systems. This comes from the Nintendo Japanese website that it's been translated on Twitter, and people know what's going on. There's no plans to discuss smartphone games because they realize that it's just for dedicated gaming systems. So this is quite interesting because they're trying to launch like, we're Nintendo, we're everywhere, we've got games you can play on your phone, but they're not going to talk about it at like the biggest gaming event of the year.
Yeah.
What's your take on this? I mean, like, I
What
get it
about-
because they're probably right. Okay, let me give you my take, and then you can go. Sorry, I get it because like a smartphone game is 70p, and they probably don't need to convince people like they do about Mario Maker or Yoshi's Woolly World or stuff like that. And I guess it's not that exciting to launch. If they're like, we've got this brand new game coming out for Wii U. That's more exciting than we've got this brand new puzzle swap game coming around twice. But I just find the idea of it weird because like I don't see why they specifically come out and said like we're not going to do this. It's a bit weird that they're making a point of the fact it isn't happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think what I love about Nintendo is how they're so upfront and honest about everything, and this just continues that trend.
Yeah.
You probably said, but is that thing they said they're not talking about? The first one, what was it? Say it again.
Well, they're just not talking about mobile games.
No, there's something else. They not going to be talking about NX.
Oh, that's the new. I didn't say that, but that's the new.
Console,
that's the new console. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, not going to be talking about that either, which is a shame.
Yeah, but you can do that, can't you? Because they're trying to sell you Wii U stuff at the moment.
I love it how like there's companies like Sony and Microsoft who would try and push all their new things, get people excited, but not Nintendo. They're dedicated and focusing on what they've already got, which I respect that. I respect that in Nintendo. What are you hoping will be discussed at E3 for Nintendo?
More Mario Kart DLC.
Yeah.
Probably more details on Fire Emblem 3DS, the new one.
Yeah.
A swan song. I don't know, something else for the 3DS, like a new title, maybe an F0X or a or I don't know, something. They've kind of, it's hard actually because a lot of the big franchises have sort of blown their load a little bit on the 3DS already. Like they've got a Smash and they've got a Mario Kart, they've got an Animal Crossing, but I don't know. We'll see.
Chris, I'm just looking on the E3 website. I'm looking under media registration. And why the heck haven't we got on this? You know what? I reckon we should aim to be at E3 next year.
Sure, pal.
No, seriously, we can apply. You can actually apply here. And there's nothing here saying,
Yeah, but I don't think it's not.
No, we meet the
we wouldn't present, would we?
No, we meet the online reporters bit. Website and podcasters must be previously established. That's what we are, which means running for 6 months. Updated regularly, which we are. And we have to have current interactive entertainment industry news, which we have. Literally, we tick all the boxes, Chris. We should.
Sure. Okay, well, you can pay for the plane tickets.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah. We'll talk about that later.
If we do like what he did in what was it, that film of Tom Hanks where he's got Wilson? What's that called?
Castaway.
Castaway. We should just make a raft, set sail. We might get there by next year. That'd be great. Just like in the middle of the ocean, like a raft, like paddling along. That'd be great. And then as big cruise liners sail past us, we'll shout, "Can we get to bed now? That's great. That's what's
oh dear. Do you want to do some news, Colin? Let's keep it pacey.
I've only got one more news story, and that's about a new game coming to Vita. It's called Breach and Clear, and the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because it looks quite interesting. It's going to be hitting the Vita tomorrow. This is on the US PlayStation blog. This article appeared, so I'm not sure whether this means Europe as well, but our American friends will be getting this tomorrow. Breach and Clear is a strategic. How do you say strategic game? Strategic.
I see.
No, my mind's gone blank. There's a name for these sorts of games. I'm going to find out.
Strategy game.
Yes.
Real-time strategy. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Yes, that's what it is. And basically, you control a little squad, and you have to plan. You have eyes looking down on the area, like an eagle eye, bird's eye view of the area. And you have to basically plan your troops' way around a level, so how you're going to take out enemies, things like that. You have to do a lot of planning. It's going to be very strategic. You control 4 different characters. This is already out on iOS and Android. What's going to be coming to the Vita version is 7 locations with 5 missions each. and that includes 5 different difficulties, 3 different unique game modes, which are called Terrorist Hunt, Bomb Defusal, and Escape Plan, 7 special operations, teams from around the world of 6 different classes, 24 weapons, 26 attachments, 56 clothing and armor customizations, 4 game-altering consumables to give you an edge against increasingly tough enemies. And in this blog post, the company who are creating this game, who are called Gun Media, are pretty much like saying how much they love the Vita and they can't wait for it to come out on Sony's handheld. So that's good to hear. It looks very pretty though. I've watched some gameplay on YouTube, and I'm not normally into these strategy games, but this does look very interesting. And it's going to be priced at $14.99 in the US, which will probably be about 10 quid over here. So that's not too bad. So yeah, look out for Breach and Clear, which is coming to Vita tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool.
Keep your eyes peeled for that one. So okay, then I'll finish up with the last bit of news, and then we've got a little discussion point that we can tap into. Monster Hunter 4 has now sold 3.4 million units, which is obviously like bonkers and very good. 1 million of that came from the West. And they're hoping to sell 3.9 million units, so it's still kind of lower than they thought. But 3.4 million for Monster Hunter is pretty incredible. And you think like Nintendo have really taken that title and that franchise and managed to turn it into something really quite at the forefront. Whereas when it was on PlayStation, it kind of felt like an apology a little bit. Do you know what I mean, Colin?
Mm-hmm.
Like, had you heard of Monster Hunter before it was on Nintendo?
I knew the name,
Yeah.
but I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the game itself. I knew of it. Like I've heard the name banded about a bit. I just assumed it was about hunting monsters, and I was correct.
Yeah. Whereas now, like Nintendo have taken it and turned it into a real it's a household name for games. So that's very good. But the last bit of news, and we've tapped on this before, but I think it's fun, so we'll kind of lightly touch on it again, and we'd love to get your ideas, is that Nintendo have teamed up with Universal Parks and Resorts for some Nintendo theme park rides. More to be announced when there's more information on that from Iwata. So this is so cool. This is so cool. The idea of going to a theme park and there being Nintendo rides is like the best thing in the world. I just can't get over how cool it is. Like, can you imagine like a really high-speed F-Zero roller coaster, or like a Luigi's Mansion haunted house, or like a maze, but like instead of a maze, it's Pikmin and everything's really big.
A Luigi's Haunted Mansion would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope. Like, it's got so much potential. I love it. I think it's really cool.
Can you imagine, like, as you walk into Nintendo, like a theme park based around Nintendo, like the slogan will be, "It's dope." That's what it'll be, just dope.
It's dope, quote, Heroes of Handheld. The thing that I think, it's a small world after all.
Yeah.
Imagine something like that with Animal Crossing. And like they're all singing in their Animal Crossing voices, like. The
question is, how much would Nintendo have to change it so they don't get sued by Disney? Now that is the question.
I don't know, probably quite a lot, but it's really, I think this is really exciting, and it's a really good way of Nintendo getting their brand out there to people who might not be as familiar with their, characters, and it's just so much scope. Like, I mean, those kind of really high-speed whizzy roller coasters, I think, of F-Zero X, but also, like, you could do it quite well with Mario Kart, or even with, Super Mario. Sort of, you could be in a Super Mario level a little bit. You can imagine, as there's like 5D experience things. Yeah. Sit down and like the floor shakes and stuff. There's loads of potential for that. I
don't really like those sort of like rides though, because they seem like the easy option, where they don't have to be as creative. Like,
but it's still cool. I thought like something like that. You could do Monster Hunter, or you could do Xenoblade. The real gem for me is, I think you've done these before. Because I think there's one at Disneyland, and I think I saw you talk about it on your Disneyland video.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on those rides where you sit and you get the fake gun and you have to like shoot at targets as they come past you?
Yes. Imagine that Buzz Lightyear ride.
Buzz Lightyear one. Imagine that with Metroid Prime. How cool that would be! Like you're Samus and you get to shoot. Oh, it would just be really cool.
So this is actually happening. Where is it happening again?
They're teaming up with Universal Parks and Resorts.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Universal. I mean, because it was already that thing a couple of weeks ago. We talked about there being a Monster Hunter theme park ride at Six Flags or whatever it's called in the States. But it's just really jazzy. Like, I don't know if you've got any suggestions. I guess your Nintendo knowledge isn't as you're not as keen on Nintendo.
No, I'm just trying to think of the Nintendo games I played in the past. Really, I mean, obviously Mario is the main one, but I mean, when this question was put to me by you earlier, I was thinking like if Sony were to create some sort of PlayStation Vita land, I would love there to be. Though obviously we bashed Arkham Blackgate, which came out on Vita. I'd love there to be like a roller coaster based on that, of some sort, like where you're swinging around the city, that sort of thing. Like you're going around this roller coaster, and all around you are like skyscrapers and everything. So it's like you're swinging around, like on your zip wire thing. That'd be cool. Something from Uncharted would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Uncharted was the one I was thinking. I think as well, you could do a really cool Gravity Rush ride.
Oh yeah, definitely with that one.
That would be really cool.
Definite roller coaster opportunity there. Maybe like a Killzone Blaster ride as well, where you ride around shooting like the Hellgast. That'd be pretty cool.
What would be your haunted house one?
Oh, haunted house.
Gone Home?
No. Home, yeah, I played that one. You're trying to think.
You could do an incredible Hotline Miami one. Like it'd be intense. Intense.
That would be the shooter one. That would be. Oh my god! You get like a storm off and just blast out. That'd be great. That'd be so fun. And then like there'd be fake blood everywhere as well. You come out covered in red. It'd be great. That would be great. Yeah, so we live and hope, but we look forward to eventually getting that Nintendo part. But it's obviously not going to be a quick thing. It'll probably take a couple of years.
Yeah, and it'll probably be, I imagine, just in the States and Japan. But we should go, Colin, if we find ourselves in the States or Japan.
There's a Universal Studios in Singapore, and there's one in where's that one? That's in America somewhere. Hollywood, it says. So,
great, just next door.
Yeah, so Orlando. There's one in Orlando as well. There must be one in Europe, surely. Surely. There's no one in Europe. No, there isn't. There isn't one in Europe. How weird. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway,
wow.
So, yeah, we live and dream, Chris. We dream.
On that bombshell, I think we should call it.
We should. Thank you for listening, everybody. This has been episode 91 of Heroes of Handheld. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, but always here for episode 92 as we slowly make the descent into episode 100, where very exciting things will happen at episode 100, but do we know what's going on? Do we shit? Do we shit know what's going on?
What's the space? I do think we should do one that's 100 minutes long.
Oh my god, can you imagine? I think we've already done one. The longest episode we've ever done was about 2 years ago. Well, under 2 years ago, when we were around your house and we baked bread. And we just
that was about an hour and a half, wasn't it?
Oh, so long. We didn't even talk about anything at the game. Oh,
fun memories.
Such fun. But thank you for listening. Thank you to everyone.
Thanks for watching as well.
Yep, thank you for everyone who's been listening through iTunes. So you can find us through iTunes by just searching Heroes of Handheld. You'll see there's two different versions of the podcast. There's the Heroes of Handheld main feed. There's also Heroes of Handheld main show. They're the exact same one. The exact same podcast there. The reason why there's two is because back in the day, we used to do other podcasts as well. So it's to make things a bit easier for people to sift through our different shows. But now we only do one podcast, so it's much easier. So you can use either of those feeds, either the main show one or just Heroes of Handheld. You can find us through Stitcher by just searching Heroes of Handheld. We really appreciate your reviews, your thoughts, any ways we can improve the show. You can leave those in the review boxes on Stitcher or iTunes, or you can email us, heroesofhandheld@gmail.com. That's heroesofhandheld@gmail.com. We'd love your feedback, your questions, anything you want to discuss with us. We'd love to hear from you. You find us on Twitter. That's @Handheld Podcast, just Handheld Podcast. That's where you can find us. And we're also on Facebook, but who cares about Facebook? And we're also on Google Plus as well. So we're all over the damn place. And have I forgotten?
If you want to go to Colin's house, he lives at 28. No, what number house are you? 72.
Yeah, that's the one. 72.
72. Road.
72 Road. You'll find me. Send your fan letters to 72 Road, England, and see where it gets you. I'm sure it'll get you
That'll
far.
get to us.
Great.
Thank you for listening / watching.
We also want to thank the person responsible for our theme song, Chris.
Yeah, Schnaz Radio Orchestra, insert coin, music for 1950s video game. Go out and buy it. It's good shit.
Thank you for listening, everybody. We're back next week. Until then, enjoy playing your Vita and 3DS. Bye.
Bye.
There we go.
There we have it.
I just thought we had an email. We had an email last week and we didn't read it.
Yeah, we'll have to tackle that. I think I might have to do Monday again next week. Is that okay?
Monday next week. Yeah, that should be okay. I can't see what it would be.
Nice one. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll get the article done.
Yeah. Well, there's no rush really, but get your I can send my love to your Nan. I hope she's okay. Hope she's well.
Thank you. Hang on, we're still live on YouTube, so I'm gonna close.